Ready? Alright, yeah. Alright, so let's double check everything, make sure Facebook's on point. We got Facebook, we got Instagram, and we have YouTube. Hola mi gente, my name is Saka. We're here live at Airsoft Revolution 15. Lots of good things to talk about. This is my friend, one of my players here. Let him introduce himself. Your champion for Saturday bragging rights.
How's it going, guys? It's Ninja.
That's it.
Oh, am I supposed to say something else? What else?
It's like a big intro, man. I mean, these are people on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. 3 different networks.
What is up? My name is Ninja. I am part of the Black Lions. 29th is going to be a big day for us. You guys hopefully can all make it out. I've actually slowed down on my YouTube a lot, so I'm not going to shout that out.
You still shout it out. Shameless plug. Ready?
Yeah, wait.
You can shout out your YouTube channel.
Okay.
You want to catch some footage of Ninja doing his ninja stuff? That way you guys can learn his tricks and then you can use it against him. That's how I got better. Because I was like, man, I'm putting all my stuff out there, dude. Right? You're like, how did I make that mistake?
It's 'cause I usually check that corner. Fat. Oh, okay. Maybe I should double check it.
Yeah, so I made like 4 or 5 YouTube videos of me and Raptor just going hard at it, and like I realized like a lot of mistakes I was making. I'm my own biggest critic. I'm like, dude, why would I just take this left instead of a right? And you know, and I don't know. It's kind of like watching your football game, your basketball game footage and stuff like that. So we'll do a quick shout outs real quick. What's up, Oscar on Facebook? We got.
What up, Pub?
Claudio375, what up? Speedy Boy, always watching. Thank you guys for showing up. Flaster04.
The Facebook one is funny because you're blocking me, so when I look to see if anyone commented, it looked like I just came out from nowhere.
Pretty much. Big Boy Large. Blum Stry05. If I miss anybody, I'm so sorry. Plum, Black Lions, and Angel Soul. Okay, so, and like we always do, guys, we're going to have to go back on YouTube and give our shout outs to our sponsors of, and now you guys are watching on YouTube, you guys can actually be watching this part of the YouTube video. And if there's anybody on YouTube right now, I'm sorry, Dom's not here right now, so I can't access his laptop so I can watch all the shout outs on YouTube. And if I have a bunch of questions, I'm sorry again. But this video is brought to you by Overwatch Tactics presents Conquest of Avalon 2. So you haven't gotten your tickets for that, guys, you need to get your tickets because tickets are almost closed out for that event as well. That's happening on November 10th and 11th. And if you don't want to go that far up, it's okay because we have Operation Starburst 2018, the 10th anniversary at Fort Hood, happening at Fort Hood by Third Coast Airsoft on October 19th, 20, and 21. And back. So, real quick recap, guys. If you guys are been living underneath the rock or you haven't been watching our videos, this is now your Saturday champion. He did take the championship title away from one of his own comrades. This is why we have him today. So I know, that man. So mean. It is mean. We're about to drill into it. About to drill into it, guys, for you guys. All right, so in case you guys haven't known, on Friday we have Friday Night Fight Night, and we had Nick and Salomon. Those two are always going at it, and they're in the same team. And you know, Nick always comes up on top as far as still retaining the championship. Although word on the street is Leapers is out for that title for Friday. Some people say it's an uphill battle he's gonna fight. What do you think about that? You fought against the Texas Partisans, and you fought against the Texas Partisans leader, which is Nick, and your Friday champion.
Yeah, it's a little black dot that runs around the field.
Little angry black dot that runs around in the field. What was that? So, a matter of fact, we were just talking about it this past week. there's one time that he comes around the corner and you were coming right around the same corner and you guys both collided, and I guess you went low and he went up high, and it was just like a football move, and just boom, he took his legs right underneath him, and when he helicoptered his body on them.
It was because we were in front of Starbucks, and he had and I forgot that they were spawning in Asylum. So when he came out, I was already in a slide, but I tried to tuck my feet in, which didn't help because I think my knees came up, and that's what hit his feet. But yeah,
I was actually enforcing that game, and I saw it all go down, and they got really shook up real bad, but he got back up and
after he got shot 6 times.
Right, by a random other person.
Rando.
All right, what's going on? Favorite gun to HPA? Good question. Psycho, I'm going to get the Red Demons Gearbox from Yasun. Good to go. Actually, you know what? Since we're on, since we're on that topic, for the past 2 days, we've actually had a lot of people call in for motors and you know, gearboxes and different stuff like that. And I was actually talking to one of our other customers that comes in from out of far, and the problem with him is that just that, you know, for him to order it and then have to come in and get all the stuff that he needs and see if it's compatible with his gun. Like I was telling him, there's a lot of guns out there, even after, let's say that you buy the CQC, which is one of our lower end cost of our guns. It's like $175, but you throw in no, not a jack. Keeping it electronic. You throw in a high-speed, high-torque motor, plus, you know, well, not really a MOSFET, but or just like a LiPo battery, right? So that way it can keep up. Let's say you throw in a heavy spring in there as well, so that's another $15. At the end of the day, just to get it up and going from its stock 9.6 battery and its stock motor and even stock pistons and stuff, like you change out the piston because you're gonna have a lot of you know, moving parts, moving a lot, and that piston sometimes shreds the teeth. So I mean, we got like upgraded pistons that we use. Long story short, after you do all this stuff, pretty much almost just would have rather just bought a gun. Now this is preference, right? Now you could disagree all you want, but right now in the market, my go-to gun, if I didn't have my HPA systems or I didn't have the ARP9, I would say the ARP 556 is by far
same difference,
bro. Even your Raider, man. Even you got the Raider 2.0, right? And side for side comparison, you can't beat that 556, man. You can't.
I never said I could.
I'm just saying. But as far as the price for what you get, and you know, straight out of the manufacturer with the warranty and all that good stuff, everything comes in a package ready to roll. For right at 300, I think. No, well, I mean, you don't get the battery or charger.
It doesn't come with the battery and charger.
You don't get the battery and charger, but
my ARP came with the battery and charger.
There you go. But you have a stick mag, or you can go with a drum mag. Now, in reference to that, I was talking to another customer, and that's what I was talking about. I go, you can go ahead and stick with the ARP9 and save the money, right? $275 with the battery charger and gun, and then you throw in the drum mag, right? Because you never have to reload. Because the mid caps are 60 rounds.
Never playing you with that drum mag ever again. Just saying, ever.
So, long story short, yeah, it's beast, man. It's one of my favorite guns. But after it's all said and done, you can't really take it to milsim because it's not it's an SMG. So if you take it to a milsim, you have to stick with the stick mag. You can't rock it with a drum mag.
Well, that sucks.
So it's like you bought a drum mag to fix the mid cap capacity, right?
Well, they come with high caps, actually.
And some of them did come with high caps. Some of them come with mid caps.
No, all ARP9s come with high caps. People just buy the mid caps.
I got sponsored by mine. But I wanted the 5.5. Now I don't need the 5.56. But if I had to pick, 5.56 is definitely a go-to AEG.
ARP9.
But to HPA, to answer my friend on Instagram, to HPA, I would have to say the Raider 2.0.
Dang, that hurt. Even though I'm doing that, but that hurt.
The Raider 2.0. You can't go wrong with the Raider, man. Raiders have come a long way. Even the CQBs have come a long way. Actually, Lydia's gun, I was trying to HPA when we first got it, like 3 years ago. It was a CQB, M4 CQB.
Now?
Well, it hasn't broken. It hasn't broken. We've taken it out to a lot of events. It still hasn't broken, which is good, right? You don't want a broken gun, but it's a go-to gun. She doesn't need a tank or anything like that. It's just pretty heavy. Dropping in an HPA system into it makes it lighter. But that's like Gen 1. And that rail system is a butt, man, because that gas block in the front, it doesn't come off. Like you have to take off the barrel nut on the inside that you can't reach because of all the holes in the segments. Long story short, that's a pain in the butt to HPA. But Raider 2.0 definitely something that you can actually do for a good price. I actually came this close to HPAing one of these Lancers just because they are pretty cheap. For
I would have done the gray one.
$140. Yeah,
the gray one was
nice. It's got a good weight to it. It's got a good build. The hop up is pretty basic. It's a rotary style hop up. But G&G is by far, one of my favorite hop up systems. So I would have to say G&G. Dropping an F2 into a G&G gearbox. That way it fits perfectly. Everything's aligned, and I'm dropping off all my secrets. Right? And then depending on what you want to do, dropping a tight bore, wide bore, and then even, oh man, that dream build I was building. Remember the one with the EMG tight bore that I was at with the rings on the outside? That way it's like barrel stabilizers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man, that was gonna be my dream build. It was gonna be with the Wolverine bolt.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait,
it was not the Quake. It was a CO2 Wolverine Wraith Inferno 2. And it was gonna be my HPA on the go, so I can travel. But that's a whole different story. Let's see what we got.
I don't think it's changed.
Yeah, it hasn't changed. We got Oscar still here, and Evan, and YouTube. I don't know.
Evan dude you were talking about the other day? Is that the Evan dude that you were talking about the other day?
Yeah, he actually came in today, so I can help him tune in that. Bro, so for those of you guys that went to War Games this past, and I'm gonna talk about why we're saying we're getting dirty. If you can see all this stuff up here in the front, I was actually painting a gun. Remember I told you guys about the aircraft gun that I was building or painting? James, if you're watching, it's almost done. Ta-da! There's like 4 different colors up here in the front. You got yeah, and then I hand painted a lot of that stuff. So if you don't believe me, here's the paintbrush just to prove it. So I hope you appreciate the amount of work I put into this rifle. Wait until I clear coat it. I'm gonna do two clear coats of matte. After I finish drying, there was a lot of paint that I had to throw on here. Not meaning that it's caked on, but there was a lot of airbrushing that I did on it because I wanted it to really make it pop. For it to be an aircraft style, with the sunburns on the top, and then on the bottom you still got that where you look up and it's the underbelly of aircraft and stuff. So lots of cool stuff that I was trying to do to. In case you guys don't know, James' father is actually a retired colonel in the Air Force, so much respect to him and his skill set in the Air Force, being able to fly the Phantom F4s. So this is an honor to what he did in the military, and also that's why I wanted to make sure this one was perfect as far as what they wanted with Cycle's twist on it. So hopefully you enjoy that, man. If you didn't catch a good look at it, maybe you should be subscribed to our stuff so we can see it. Appreciate it, right? I was actually gonna go live when I was painting it, man, but I had a lot of difficulties. So as usual, but I'm almost done with this. I do have to fix one of the site that I just finished. I put. I messed up. So I gotta go back and say that. Yeah, I messed up. Hey, I make mistakes. Make mistakes on purpose and fix them. Alright, before the whole paint thing, what we were talking about, we're on a good subject too.
I'm not looking. We were talking about HBA.
HBA. I think we finished that.
Oh, we finished HBA. We were talking about anybody remember? Anybody
Drawing
remember?
a blank as usual.
First person to remember gets a follow back.
You know what? I'll just go ahead and bring up a new subject. So, how do you feel about Leapers going up against?
That's what we were talking about.
How do you feel about Leapers going up against Nick? You think he has what it takes to take that title? Do you think he has what it takes to be able to challenge him to a game of his choice as a challenger?
Honestly, the Parsons and USS are like brotherhood teams. So it's like if you mess with one, you mess with the other. So you have the co-leader of one, and then the leader of another one going at it, and they're just like and they're about to go at it. So that's actually going to be intense because they actually have opposite play styles. Because like once Nick starts going, he's more of a get to his spot, get small, or if you're not moving, he's gonna come to you and you won't see him coming until the last second.
Right.
And Leapers is kind of like get to a spot, bunker down for a second, get a few kills, figure out that he's been there for too long, he moves, and that's kind of how he plays. But he gets into corners where people don't usually hide at, which is actually a really good play style. Catches you off guard a lot.
So let's talk about what happened this past Saturday between the Black Lions, where you took the title away from Simba. So, I've always said this thing, especially to my team. I'm like, diamond sharpens diamonds, so don't complain when you get put up against your own team. Because when you put up against your own team, you're only going to get better. Because in retrospect, whether you're Texas Partisans, whether you're the Pandas, whether you're Black Lions, whether you're USS or PAC, you put up against your own teammates, you feel like, you know what? I have the best players in my team, recruited in my team, so I want to go up against them so that way I can push them to their limits, that way they can push me back to my limit. So, in retrospect, I kind of like have that honor for you to be able to even go through the ranks to go straight for the juggler of Simba. Because for you guys that didn't get to watch on Instagram, I know we had some technical difficulties a few times. I'm not sure if it stayed on there, but
dang, I meant to go back and watch that too.
Right.
Said it was funny.
But
I'll go on Facebook.
Ninja goes in and we do the first round, and actually Plum ends up destroying a lot of the players, and he ends up eliminating the people that we need. Come the second round, Plum was the first one that gets eliminated, and then it was between you and Jake, who ended up winning the title from Sunday, which was Eddie, which Eddie's birthday was
today.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Eddie. I don't know if you're watching. You're probably not watching, but you are watching, but you're not watching. Happy birthday.
Hey, you know who you should tell happy birthday? Jake should tell him happy birthday. Like, take a picture with the title. Happy birthday, bro. Yay!
Are you about this life, Jake?
Sauce, right? I know he came up on Facebook one time, and then he jumped on Instagram, and I'm not sure if he watches on YouTube. But either way, it was pretty funny to say happy birthday to him this morning. I was like, man, I forgot it was your birthday. And then he lost the title on Sunday. That's like double. Getting old and you lost the title. I'm kidding. That's how you celebrate birthdays. But this dude here, so he ends up destroying Plum. Okay, so Plum is one of your youngest players in your team. So
yes.
So why not let him, go up against would be his mentor or one of his mentors, Simba, and maybe give him that boost of confidence so that way he can be able to hold that title at one point. Or did you take him out for that reason because he's not he's not ready to hold that title yet.
I didn't take him out because of that. I was actually looking for everyone else in the first and second round, but he beat me to it. And I was trying to get to the point where it was me and him at the end of it, because Plum is actually one of the players that I've done the baptism by fire training that you've done with me, and I'll tell him, like, I'll ask him if he want to do it, and he'll be like, yeah, sure. And then it's like he doesn't second guess himself, like, I don't know. And I think just this past Saturday or the week before, I had done a Now Ninjas challenge with him, and he had no gun, and he went into the game, and he got into spots where I thought he would never even be at, and he would come up behind you, and he tried to bang you. Of course, he doesn't have a gun, so it doesn't count, but it's just the fact that he was able to actually get there without even using a gun, without even shooting anybody, or without even being shot.
Right.
He was able to get to the small side or to the big side or next to your spawn, or so it was like I didn't mean to beat him when I did. I was mainly trying to have it to where it was me and him, so he could actually like train himself while me and him were playing.
So you were like teacher student and bragging rights. So you were still trying to teach the kid while you were still competing for a chance at the title.
Yeah, like even before bragging rights, I was showing him like how certain people that I've played against play. So I would put his guns in those spots so he could learn to like look there.
Oh wow, that's a good way to look at things. So you ended up going to the final round, and why did you end up picking that specific game? And you can tell these guys that don't know the game, you can tell them what game it was.
Okay, so I challenged Simba with Maze Runner, which is my game that me and Dom made on a really late day when everyone left like super early. So it was just me, not Nick from Partisans, but Nick from USS, and Dom that were still here, and it was about like 9-10 o'clock. So Dom was like, hey, why don't we do I was like, hey, why don't we do touch and go? And Dom made the joke of, we could use the maze to end the game. And he was like, we all laughed about it. He was walking back, and I was like, no, let's use the maze to end the game. And he was like, okay. And Nick was kind of like, well, like, isn't it touch and go game like ending? Like, isn't there a time limit? And it's like, no. It's pretty much touch and go is like, if you're tired, you've run out of BBs, or if you just don't want to play anymore, that's when the game ends. So it's pretty much like I guess you could say a balls to the wall game. So with Maze Runner, there is a maze. Is it close? I feel like I can go get it. Okay, I'm gonna go get it.
So Maze Runner, all you do is you put the ball from one side to the other.
Maze Runner, you have this maze. It's like a little Easter maze. If you the Nick that I'm talking about, he posted on Facebook saying, God, that was the freaking Olympics. Because Maze Runner is very much, I guess you could say, it's a very speed QB oriented game. So it's pretty much like non-stop moving, running, and you're also trying to solve a puzzle. The fact is, while you're playing touch and go, you have this in 2 or 3 different areas. You either have it in the middle of the field in office, or you have it in Starbucks.
They didn't recognize you, bro.
Huh?
On Instagram, they're like, oh my god, that's Ninja. Oh, it's Ninja.
So with that, I don't know. This is weird. I haven't done this. So with Maze Runner, whichever side the ball is on, your goal is to get it to the other side without being shot. So since you're playing touch and go and you're trying to solve this, if you shoot that guy he's already going to be on his way to spawn. So now you have to put the puzzle down, get to spawn, and come back. If you have the ball close to the end point and he gets it, he gets it. It's pretty much a win-win situation. Like, there's no, but do I reset it? There's no resetting the puzzle. It's pretty much, you solve it, you win. So we played that. The reason why we played that was because he was like, he said that he was already tired and he just didn't really want to keep the championship belt anyways. So he was like, just pick a game that's quick. So I was like, okay. It's like, play Maze Runner. So first round, I had came around the corner and I saw him in Starbucks. And after I'd shot him in Starbucks, it was like when I came back, it was like I had let a dog loose or something off its chain, because he came back with like a vengeance.
That's because you had him hard. That as soon as that whistle blew, he went straight to the den, and you went straight for him. As like if you could see through the wall, when you saw that, he went straight that way, and you were just like, nope. He was focused where the puzzle was at, which is basically the puzzle is over by Starbucks on top of that table. So he was focused on there. Like, yeah, if you would have came up, if you would have came up from Starbucks lane, right?
Yeah, I would have got shot.
You would have got shot because he already had locked on you. But little did he know that you actually came from his side. He actually thought you went through his spawn, but in reality, you went straight down the middle, and you cut in between.
I went between Cake Shop and Pillbox.
Pillbox, and then you cut left. And you shot him as soon as you saw him. You sent him back to respawn, which in your case sent you back to respawn, which is a further drive for you.
Yeah, so I just kept my momentum going. That's pretty much what this game is. It's like cause with Maze Runner, it's like once you've stopped running and you're trying to fix the maze, it's like you want to keep your gun up. You want to keep your gun up to make sure that what's his name?
Yeah, it's the guy with the scary light.
Everyone says that. That's all I get from everybody. It's like every time I didn't get it when I had my orange light. I've been getting it with my purple light. Now that I switched to purple, everyone.
Well, it's because you use the purple light on the lock.
Oh yeah, that thing is out.
The lock is not on.
But yeah, back to Maze Runner. The reason why I play it the way I play it, which is like just keeping your momentum, is because of him. And all of our fights that we've had in the middle of the field or in like next to a tire or something, because it's like if you miss, it's pretty much, if you stop and turn around, you're either going to be in a gunfight or you're going to die because of someone else. So it's like if you miss, you do like a quick like double tap behind you, or when you look or check over your shoulder, make sure he's not looking. If he's not looking, just keep going and then just keep meeting up again. So which is why I did this with touch and go. Yeah, which is why I did this with touch and go, because it's like a continuous thing, which would actually be kind of cool with the team, but none of the enforcers want to do it. They do like a 4-person Maze Runner game.
You just when it comes too much to try to explain, a lot of the time, the people are trying to comprehend the game and they're getting lit up. They're like, "What? I gotta go back to respawn? Why?" And you're like, "Dude, you're about to get into. Never mind. That's why. I'll go back to respawn." So just keep it simple. That's pretty much a lot of things now.
I'm trying to think of other games.
But how do you feel about defending the title now that you're the champion? You think Simba's going to come back at you, or you think he's just going to be like, "Oh, you're good, man. See you later. I'm going to go to Sunday"?
No, Simba's probably going to come back at me. There's probably going to be a lot of people, especially on Saturday, that are going to come and be like, "I want the title." It's going to be.
Never going to play again against you.
Whiner, why not?
Honestly, I don't even know who that kid is anymore. I mean, he don't even show up.
I know, right? I saw him at Walmart one time because he followed me there.
What do we got over here? Daddy Mamba.
Mamba!
Yo.
What up, bro?
Yo, like I'm just painting on the wall or something? Like what? Like who's the shout out to Psycho? You know what I mean? Like I gotta go get my dime mask. Everybody could be like, remember, like,
hey! Real Sego!
So real quick, wait, I'm on this page, right? I'm on this group page, guys. So if you guys are not interested in the whole Conquest of Babylon, you should. These guys talk a lot. It's real funny. So we're on this group page for one faction, and there's some people that are mixed in our group, right? And you know, it's from the other side. And so I'm like, they're trying to make a plan and everything. And I'm like, hey, what's up, everybody? So
who's this guy?
Yo, for real, because they go like, hey man, introduce yourself, right? And this is a new CO that doesn't know like our history of AR-15 players that end up going to these events. So never mind Psycho, man. So I put up there, I'm like, hi, my name is Psycho, I'm with the Gunaholics. This is my third visit with the Gunaholics Anonymous. And then Dom gets in there and he goes, hi Psycho, thanks for sharing. That kind of like,
Gotcha.
Dude, I got like 5 people that understood what I meant, like, and other people just probably looking at like, who the hell is this guy? Jay? Like trying to be like he's Psycho or something. Is like okay, a little bit backstory. So I went to this event back in the summertime, and it was up in Mineral Wells, and it was a hospital, and had my dye mask on. You're not supposed to shoot out the windows. You're not supposed to shoot up into the windows because a lot of them were broken glass. So you know, baby hits the glass, it's gonna shatter. You're gonna get cut. You're gonna die. Or you're gonna get a real bad infection. Either way, so you can't shoot, right?
Yeah, I got intense really quick.
So this is a Viet. No, correct me if I'm wrong, or just listen to my story. Vietnam, disabled veteran hospital in Mineral Wells, which is like in the middle of nowhere. And I mean, this hospital was creepy as heck already. So a lot of dark spots. But whenever I came across the window and I just looked down, right, and you know, you could look down from the third story, and I have my white dye mask, my white shamal, all black, you know, uniform and stuff, and I have my America, and I'm looking down, and you know, I have a whole like unit just looking up at us, and that's actually the name of the faction's unit, and they look up at us and they're like, oh my god, it's Psycho, he's in the window, he's on the 2nd floor! And they rush towards the staircase. I'm like, no, I'm not, I'm on the 3rd floor. Either way. So, a lot of people start freaking out because they see Psycho, the mask, the person with the mask, right? So check this out. You go back to the trucks after the first evolution, and all I keep hearing is about Psycho, 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 right? And I'm standing right there, man, right? And literally, they're like, hey, what's up, Jay? Because if you guys are not my friends on Facebook, so maybe about a year ago I changed my name from my original name to Psycho, right? It was PSY and then CHO. It's how you combine it, and it's like first and last name and then Psycho. Well, somebody in my friends group reported me, so that I had a fake name, and I was like, dude, do I need to get like a birth certificate so I can show people like my name's Psycho, like, you know what I mean? But no, for real, Facebook was asking me like, is this your legitimate name? Like you have to show proof of ID or something. And I was just like,
some people with some weird names on Facebook.
Right, but it was somebody that was in my friends group that reported me. So
fake friends.
Right, or just like people that. Anyways, so I got mad. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna change it back, and I was like, I'm just gonna put J, right, like the letter J. And they didn't let me put the letter J, so I put JAY. So short story. So we started going to Overwatch Tactics events, and ever since we started going to Overwatch Tactics events, we had they know me as Jay Garcia, right? And it's funny because a lot of people in Dallas, they knew me from my original name, but now they're like, oh, it's Jay. So it's like, well, says the owner of AR-15, Jay is a guy on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube as a picture, and Psycho is the player. And like, believe it or not, there's still a crowd out there that believes that there's 3 people. So they're like, what's up, Jay? And they're like, yo, man, And they started talking to Raptor, and Raptor can vouch for this. And they were like, hey, so, so Psycho was up there with you guys, and da-da-da-da-da, and you guys are all cool, and y'all do this and do that, and I'm just standing there like, oh, see, I think Greg was there when they were talking about it. I'm not sure if he remembers, but they were like,
you remember?
But they were like, yo, and then I think Raptor was like, he's right there, and they were like, no, that's Jay, and like for real, I thought they were joking, but they weren't joking. They were really like, they really were like, no, that's Jay, man. And a lot of people, I had my ball cap forward like this, you know what I mean? So I didn't have I had my shamag still draped over my shoulders, but they were like, no, that's Jay, and. Ouch. Old Joke Jab. No, that's not what I meant, man. So he put Old Joke Jab because we call him Grandpa Jarvis or Grandpa Greg, because that's a whole different topic. But he's actually a lot younger than I am, man. So that's gonna.
It's a little messed up.
Yeah. So, hey, man, I got more messed up things than you, so it's okay. I got a loose hip and all kinds of weird stuff. Actually, anyways, So the guys were like, that's Psycho, right? That's Jay. So we're walking from where everybody's parked and everybody camps overnight and stuff, and we walk over the street and we got our guns and everything. And I got my dye mask on America at the end and the butt end of it. And I go to put my shamag on. I turn around my cap, put my shamag on, and I put on my dye mask. Bro, like, no kidding, man. I had like a good amount of people. This is just my last event. I had a good amount of people that freaked out. Like, I just popped out of nowhere, dude. And they were like, dude, where were you, man? We were actually looking for you and stuff. And I got my dye mask, and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna talk because I got a lot of, like, you're hot, you're sweating, you talk, and it's outdoors.
And it gets worse.
So when you're talking, all that moisture collects in there, and if you don't vent it out during the break, it just gets hot inside your mask. So I'm like, yo, they're like, yo, we were looking for you, but we saw, we just saw your guys, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, man. I was like, I don't know, like, I was there, I was like, I get you to see me, and they were like, all right, cool, man. I love when you show up, it's crazy, you freak everybody out, and I'm just like. And these are like grown people, like, dude. I was like, dude, it's like Santa Claus, like. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Jay.
I'm not gonna say nothing about
Psycho.
Santa Claus, but it's like telling, like, you don't want to tell them, like, Santa Claus, only comes on Christmas, or you know what I mean, like, or what, the Easter Bunny or the Tooth Fairy is just like. You kind of don't want to blow it. You're just like, whatever, dude. You just roll with it. But I don't know. I was just thinking that it was funny, and it happened yesterday, actually. And I'm pretty sure he's watching on Facebook or Instagram, but no, his daughter was like, I put on my shamag, my dye mask, and she was just like, that's Psycho, Daddy, that's Psycho. And dude, like, it felt great, man. I like to step back a lot of the times, that way. Guys like Ninja, guys like Raptor, guys like Jarvis, and this goes on and on and on. Because the whole thing is that we don't want one airsoft celebrity. We want all the community to make a name for themselves. So that way you guys can have your mentorship, like to the younger players like you and Plum. You know what I mean? And then that's like, and then even at that, he was like, hey, Psycho, you want to teach me something? I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, but Ninja's right there. I would use your resources in your team, and then once you can meet their standards, then you can start trying to branch out too. Because then you're almost like, oh, you're team hopping, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I was gonna say something, but never mind.
Yeah, I know. So that's just a little bit of side story for you guys as far as
there's 3 different names for Psycho.
Yeah. And I just thought it was funny, man, and I still roll with it. And now my team, because Spitfire, we start calling him Spitfire because he's an angry little dude, man. Like when he gets mad, he's like Nick. He gets mad and he's small, and when he gets like when he crouches, you know, you can only see his neck and up whenever he's standing up. So when he crouches, it's like he's gone. And then for those guys that don't know him, he's like a semi-pro pro paintballer. So he does it like these slides and stuff when he's mad. So when he's mad, he's on point. He's like da, 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 da. You're just like whoa. But we call him Spitfire, right? Because he can spit fire. He doesn't grab, but he can shoot really fast. And
he spits theoretical fires. There we go.
So either way, but we used to call him Smurf because he was so small. So it's kind of like Blur.
I would have just kept Smurf.
Like a lot of people that don't know in this community, they're Blur, Raptors, Blur, and Brandon. And even at that, when you say Brandon, people are like, "Who's that?" And Brandon's standing right next to me. Raptor's like right there, and he's just like, "That's my real name." I'll tell you. And when you hear like people from the old community, they go, "Hey, Blur," and then Raptor turns around like, "Who the hell are you? Like how do you know my original?" like it's funny, man. Jarvis has Greg, and we call him something else, but like I said, you know, just leave that by itself. Cake is Kale is Cake. And it's funny because what? Did you comment?
No.
I can't see this part. Either way.
Oh, there he is.
What'd you say? See, we both knew he was gonna comment too.
I was laughing because I was like, "Oh, you didn't say anything."
And we both look at it, we're like, "There he is." Oh my god, that's funny. So we have Friday night fight nights, right? So basically, all our big play, not our big players, but like our name players that are like Airsoft celebrities here. They play on Fridays, and we like to just go all out.
Friday night snack time.
Sometimes we have 25-minute games. So if you guys haven't showed up yet,
on accident.
Yeah, you know, and it's just Christian's like too caught up in the moment, and he's just like, "Oh,
1 minute left."
And we're like, da, 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 and we're like killing off each other too. It's like, oh my god, dude, like this is the longest minute that I've ever been in.
Hey Christian, are we gonna go to second round? Wait, what? Oh, 30 seconds. And it's so all right.
So we have this thing in our team to where we're like, oh, you know, I'll just give an example, like if I say it. So I'd be like, no, it says, you know, here he's professional and he's doing like meetings, he's answering calls, he's painting, you know, guns, he's doing inventory. He's a professional.
Well, say's behind the counter, Jay's in the lobby, and then Psycho's in the arena.
Dang. And then sometimes Jay's actually playing in the arena. And it's like, dude, what happened to Psycho? Like, he's not even playing hard today, man. And it's like...
No, Jay's the one that watches everyone and is just like, I should probably shoot him. I should shoot him. Oh, he's gone. Alright.
It's like... Oh. It's like, if I see you from behind and I'm just like, tico, 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 safety kill. Gotcha, bro. Oh, dude, that was good, right? Psycho's like, nah, screw that. Da, 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 da. Safety go back to respawn. I was just like, oh, you know exactly what I mean, too.
That was good. I knew he was gonna. I was waiting for him.
Right.
Like, you were like the big players. I was like, baby, yo, where you at?
Hey, yo, but he hasn't been coming on Friday, so that's why I said it's not our biggest player. Dang. But you know who just show up first?
Hey, I better get my patches though, bro. The patch is gonna be lit.
As soon as I say, hey, shout out to Oscar, he's gonna be our patch guy. Boom, done. He disappears. It's like, oh man, dude. It's like my little brother Anthony, if you're watching, is like, hey man, where's my Kydex holster? Oh, dude, you just gave it to me like a week ago?
Dude, these past 2 weeks have been like call out days, freaking talking mess, memes.
Hey, come see me. Come see at the field. You know where I'm at. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna make a sign that says.
Oh shoot, this is the inventory thing.
And there's Jay.
I was like, what's poking me this side of my hip? And I'm looking and I'm like, because you're on this side, I know it's not you. So I'm like, and I pull it out.
Hey man, I'm a ninja. I have
a paper in my pocket, and I'm like, who put it here?
Jose.
So,
see,
yeah.
like me, it's like there's Ninja and then there's Felix, and it's just like every day except for days like Fridays, like it's like Felix playing, running around. So when someone's like, dude, you came around that corner like super quick and like lit me up, and I was just like, when did I do that?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like I must have done that when either someone made me mad or
you just got shot real good to wake you up.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
That happened to me this past Friday, I'm
having a good time. Boom.
Yeah. So basically, this is what happened. I'm gonna just tell you guys right now.
It was you. Got it.
No, dude, it was Raptor, bro. Dude, woo! Is my call out to Raptor. You better, Jarvis. You better get Raptor on our Facebook Live or YouTube or Instagram, something. If that boy watching, because I'm about to like drop the
Be Reels.
You saw that from here?
No, that's his. I think that's his Instagram name.
No, that's Vance from Panda.
Well,
Shout out to these guys.
I was just saying, like, because you were like shout him out to get him on here. I was like, Be Reels.
Oh.
Look him up somewhere.
Yeah.
It'll show up.
Either way. Anyway, so I'm playing against Cake, Tristan, and against Raptor. Like for 4 games, like that I actually got to suit up because I was waiting for my combat shirt and it never got here. So I had to like put on the rental ones, right? And they're like my sleeves are up here. That's because I have my sleeves all the way rolled down. So I'm looking like a noob, right? Either way, you know, I'm ready to play. I go in and for whatever reason, all my staff likes putting against me, like they put all the good players on one side and they put me with like all the scrubs. Not scrubs, but like all the people that are gonna have a tough time against all the good players.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, Sas.
But then it's like whenever they put you and Raptor on the same team, they have like everyone else. Like we can have all of Scar on one team, but as soon as they put you and Raptor on one team, it's like everyone's just like, but why though? And it's like, I demand a trade.
So, I'm playing against Cake, and I haven't played against Cake in a long time. We should just call this like story time instead of like getting dirty, right?
Oh, is that what you named it? That was a fail.
Well, the whole thing was getting dirty with the paint. Right now, I was gonna like explain like all the paint and stuff. But either way, you gotta love live shows, right? Because that's what we do.
I feel like I'm gonna start doing them every time I come to play.
Dude,
just go on live and just stay on live every time I'm in the lobby or something.
Yeah, and you know, people like to watch and like know what's going on or what's up or you know what events are coming up. We're gonna talk about Extinction before this video feeds up. So if you guys are watching, you're like, damn, these guys are just telling stories. I want to hear this. Then come back and watch Extinction because we're gonna get down and dirty to the root cause of all this buzz between pandas and Black Lions. Yeah. Tristan's on site. So I end up me and Cake are going, you know.
Yep.
So we end up either trade killing or he's shooting me or I'm shooting him. And like every engagement that me and Cake do, he's like, oh bro, I'm sorry. Because either I shot him, then he turns around, or it was like that half a second too late kind of shot.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like super late. It was more like fat. And it was just like, ah! And he's like, I'm sorry. You're still good. I'm like, no, I'm good, man. It's fight night. I'll call it. I'll just go back to respawn. Go back to respawn. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then he goes and respawns. You know, and I come back. Tristan, pow. He shoots me. I shoot him. I'm sorry. So I'm walking back to the respawn. Hands up in the air. I get crucified. And they have a dead rag, so I can't complain. But I turn around to see who it is, and lo and behold, yours truly, Raptor. I'm like, still hit? And he's like, oh, sorry, bro. I'm like, no, you're good. Can't complain. Another game. Get shot all the time.
Really good job.
Then, check this out. So, now at this point in time, Dom and Christian are playing. So it's me, Dom, and Christian against Tristan, Jake.
Tristan. He said Tristan. Basically called him Trish.
My bad. I've been doing that for like ever, dude. He doesn't say anything. Spitfire. My bad. I'm sorry. Anyway, so Spitfire and Cake and Raptor, they've been on the same team for a while. So they're like steamrolling through everybody, right? And not really. I mean, because I was teaming up with the Partisans, and we're back and forth. So it was a good fight all the way around. They were steamrolling. Here we go. What is that?
What happened? It lagged. Oh, he called you Trish.
No, I didn't.
He was like Tristan.
Nah, I didn't.
He said Tristan.
I called him Spitfire. Spitfire, like MGK. You don't even know what's going on. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, well, I know that there's beef between them and that MGK is obviously losing.
Bro, like bad. Like
I actually heard that like someone on YouTube said that that Eminem is afraid of 6ix9ine, that weird like rainbow headed dude.
Yeah, I thought we were over that. What? Over what?
Over the whole thing you were just talking about. With him, Cake, and Raptor versus you, Dom, and Christian.
Well, no, I'm just saying it woke me up because I got shot after I shot Raptor. Like, got so bad, like boom, right in the hit. He does like the spin rolling thing and then follows. I'm like, dude. I'm like, for reals? I mean, he still got me, but like, he jumped up, spun around, and then shot me.
He said, "No, my name."
Oh no, he's
yes.
Spitfire.
He said Tristan. So he's known. He just preferred for you to call him Spitfire, I guess. I don't know.
You can bring that back. So, long story short, he jumped up, spun around, and then he pulled the shot, and I was just like, damn, Nacho leg. And he's like, I missed, and he just ran away back to respawn. I was just like, dude, I never hit that damn respawn barrel so hard. I was like, boom, and I was like, I'm coming. And then like Christian ended up calling the game, and I was like, I'm not done, like, dude. And I was so pissed. And then we come out to the lobby. I'm just like, man, and they still have that hostility still today because I didn't get to expel that. You know what I mean?
Expel the goddamn it.
So it's just like I got all in it bottled up inside. It's just like, oh. And I wanted to play Sunday, but I ended up having to paint.
Dang, I was gonna say something else, but I'm trying not to like.
Yeah, man. And then I had to run.
Anything with. Oh, this is me.
I got a friend request. So long story short, so yeah. Thanks for all the hearts on Instagram. I don't know who's giving the hearts. It doesn't tell me. I know later got back. He's like, you give me a shout out, and it tells you. And I was like, it doesn't show. It just shows hearts. Right? It just shows hearts. It doesn't say anything.
I think Facebook is the one that shows hearts. It's just a wave.
Oh.
That sounded so normal. It's just a wave.
I'm new to the whole Instagram thing.
Nothing on there, and then you can't see YouTube.
All right. So what's going on between the Pandas and I was gonna say Black Lions. I say Lion King actually. But what's going on between the Black Lions? Well, I mean, you guys are BLK, right?
Yeah.
Which spells like short for black. BLK, black, right? That's like, but it's an acronym. It's Black Lions Kings.
Yeah.
So it's still the same thing, Lion Kings.
Yeah. Pretty much, but it's like the team in general is just the Black Lions. The people on the team are kings. Forever.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So Dude, as long as you guys don't like do the whole like you all do that before like
Extinction.
extinction, like during like you start like chanting like the whole
Speedy Boy said he's back.
yeah. So if y'all don't do that like in the corner, like that'd be weird. So somebody laughed on Facebook. I don't know what that was, but see, that's more fire for Panda to make fun of you guys now. My bad.
That's fine. I've been holding back on stuff to say, so I just.
Well, this is what the chat is for. We're here live.
No, sir.
On my show.
I
as long as you keep it PG-13, so you don't get booted. Somebody's gonna report me.
All my spit talking is in that field.
Dude, he says suit up or shut up. It's one of our t-shirts. Hi, son. So, you know, dude, I mean, these like jumbotrons with our eyesight, and that's because we got glasses.
Yeah,
no wonder you can't hit me.
I have astigmatism in my left eye, so that's why I aim with my right. Okay, I'm done.
All right. So how did this whole stuff start? I mean, were you part of the whole source material of
I was not.
The Panda Black Lion rivalry?
So, from what I've heard and what I've seen, Panda's always talking about Black Lions.
Like how? Like talking like how though?
It was like just regular like trash talk, so it wasn't like anything like major.
You suck. You can't play good. You have 2 left feet. I don't know. I mean, what's
pretty much that? Just like normal stuff. Just like making memes on Instagram, and then
I'm not on Instagram, so I don't follow what you say. You have to explain for a lot of us that are too old for Instagram. So that way,
like on Instagram, they would. I knew Greg was gonna post something as soon as
he officially speaks for the. Who officially speaks for the Black Lions, and if any?
Dang, that's a good question.
Thank you, Jarvis.
If anyone does speak for Black Lions, it's kind of like all of us together, because everything we do, we kind of like vote in on it. Like the 29th, like that whole extinction thing, like everyone voted in and was like, hey, or like Specs brought up the idea. And then we were all just like, yeah, we'll be down to do it. And it's like, we've been called out, or not called out, but we've always had Panda here on Saturdays along with Black Lions. And Panda will always bring up, like, you ready for extinction? Shoot, I've been ready, Speedy.
Focus on the question,
but,
sir. I'm trying to divert from the question. It's here.
But at we kind of like
what's the news? We get down and dirty to the.
Well, sir, I'm Instagram famous, so
it's okay.
Answer
the question. Who speaks for the Black Lions?
I just did. We all speak as one.
So like
it's pretty much like one person has an idea and then everybody votes. I want to challenge
the Black Lions on Friday. Suit up or show up or something like that, right?
Everyone's gonna.
Right.
All are gonna be like,
so
yes.
If I say, hey, you know what? I want to challenge you this Friday, tomorrow, and I tell you, like, how does that work? Like, do you go tattletale on me? You talk to all your friends.
You're
gonna get
on
your
the group chat, and it's like, hey, Scar called us out, and then knowing them, they're probably gonna be like, really? It's like, let's go. And it's just like, it's literally like whoever brings out the idea, it's like, hey, this is going on, should we do it? And it's just like,
then y'all look at the pros and cons, or y'all just like get hyped and then you're like,
we're pretty much like, no, we pretty much see who can go if like, because if we can only have like 2 people show up, we're not gonna do it.
Right.
But if we can have at least a majority of the team show up, then we'd be down to do it. Like with Extinction, it was Spec's idea. He was like, you know what, I kind of want to call out Panda. And I was like, bro, give me 15 minutes.
Hold on. We got 23 seconds left remaining on Facebook, on Instagram. So we're going to end this on on Instagram for now, and we're gonna come right back. So get part 2 to this conversation because it's getting dirty now. I want to know. So we just found out that it was Black Lions that actually called out Panda.
After Panda's been calling us out, because there was one day.
We're gonna end it real quick, and then we're gonna share it, and we're gonna go right back to live. So sorry guys, I'm gonna put all this on hold. I don't know how much battery I have on Facebook, but if you're on Facebook and you get kicked off, it's because my phone died. I got 6%. Is that Instagram?
Yes.
Oh, mine. So you guys are both. Mine's. Your video will post soon. So.
Oscar, what up?
How do I do this where I can go live again? I have to wait for that to post?
Yeah.
So again, guys, if we get kicked off of Facebook, just hop over to Instagram. We got Ninja's Instagram now going at the same time as...
if you go to ninja.blk.3 on Instagram, you'll see my live videos.
Or you can go on YouTube. If you don't have Instagram, you can go on YouTube and you can watch there too.
Dang, I guess tomorrow will be there. Awesome. Oscar said he'll be here tomorrow. Okay. I was live an hour ago. Nope.
I don't know. You can do more than one story, yo. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it was never heard of. Waited.
Alright, so we're just gonna continue on with the story real quick so that way we can get to it. I want you guys watching us just dealing with this tablet.
Oh.
Alright, so
Spearhead Entertainment.
Alright, anyway, so we just found out that it was Black Lions who ended up calling out Pandas for
Okay.
Just leave it. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. So we just found out that Black Lions called out Pandas. Why?
Because I guess we were I want to say it started with a video that someone on the Black Lions found of Panda and the way they played, and we're kind of like we're honestly just fed up with the way that Panda's been playing, on how like they've been trying to make themselves seem like they look like they're trying to bully everybody, and it's.
So this is y'all's opinion. This is my non-biased opinion. I think they're just trying to show that they're better than you guys, if that's the case, or they're trying to get good footage for their YouTube channel.
And see, that's the thing. I'm gonna let you know that there was one day where it was 3 Black Lions here and there were 3 Pandas. Panda the entire day had been asking Dom to just do a SpeakyB thing or whatever, and Dom kept saying no. But so there was a
with the whole SpeakyB thing, we can't really do it because it's trademarked. So that's why we always say no. It's not just because we're being mean.
I kind of figured. But so we noticed that there wasn't really anyone here. It was kind of like in a slow time during the day. So they came up to us. It was 3 Pandas, and they were like, "Hey, let's do a 3v3." And it was me, Mamba, and I forgot who else. I think Simba or Plum. And we agreed to it. So Mamba and the other Black Lion, Simba or Plum, had already been suited up, and I had just taken my plate carrier off. So I was like, all right, cool. I put the plate carrier back on, and so we sat down waiting, and turns out that after about like a few minutes or so, the guys who challenged us on Panda or whatever ended up going to like Subway, and then like it just never happened. So when they came back, Mamba asked them if they wanted to do it, and they decided not to anymore. So, and it was like the way they've been playing lately. Seems like they were. It seems like they were. It looked like they were trying to be bullies or whatever. And it's like I understand that everyone's trying to show that everyone's team is trying to show that they're on top or that they're good or whatever. It's like, but I wouldn't brag about. I guess you could say I wouldn't brag about how they play because a lot of times they're like breaking most of the rules that are here, and it's like you see people who are at levels of Raptor, of Scar, Black Lions, Panda, Partisans, and everyone. You see all of them, and it's like you see them staying within the limits except for Panda, and it's like, why? And it's always like every time I'm here and Panda's here, all I hear is like issues with Panda, and it's like, I don't know, I just feel like they're trying to just be, I don't know if they're just trying to be like the big guys on the block, or if they're trying to be the alphas of Airsoft or whatever. But I just feel like they should, I don't know, that's kind of the reason why we called them out though, was to try and see if we could just shut that down. I'm pretty sure it's not going to work, but who knows? Maybe it'll all work out. So, boom. What do you say? Watching this fast voice. I have this dude who's I'm not even following. Is on my chat. Is on my live.
Good, because I'm not done with questions.
Acknowledge me. Oh, what's up, Mama? My bad.
Huh? Baby
What up,
Nina
big
says
boy
we're done with
Large?
questions.
We got like 10 minutes.
We have 10 minutes left on this chat, guys. So real quick. So has Panda answered back to the Black Lions call out for extinction?
Yes.
Did they?
Yeah, they have. A lot of.
So did they answer back? Because officially, I have not gotten any confirmation from the Pandas.
They've answered us, and they actually answered back with, because Specs had made, as you know, has made his own poster saying extinction, the date, and everything. Well, they answered back with the same poster saying baptism, I think, or something like that. And from what I've heard, they've been recruiting people ever since they've gotten called out. And it's like,
what do you mean recruiting people? How do you, are these facts, or this is something that you heard from somebody who told somebody's cousin?
No,
that grandma's like at a barbecue.
This is
and
like
she's
from someone who told one of us like directly. Like there was no one in between. It was like this person was like, "Hey, they're trying." I don't know if he said, or I don't know if he got recruited, but all I know is that he said that Panda talked to them and was like, "Hey, like, join us for this or whatever, or
so
join
it's
us
for
in
just
general."
for the event, or is it in general?
I don't think so. I think it's for like.
Maybe this sparked up something in their butts to where they're like, "Hey, we need to rack up our team anyway, so let's go ahead and start recruiting good players."
Well, when we first let Panda know, Panda was saying that that they were originally busy that day and they might not have players show up, and it's kind of like, yeah.
Every time I talk to Nick always says, "Oh, we're a nationwide team. We're sponsored. We're this. We're that." And
he says that all over Instagram too.
But when I did go to Houston for the Palooza thing, I did see some Pandas out there. So it's like, are they a nationwide team, or
I want to say they were, because Specs was saying that they have
So that's the case, and why are they having trouble showing up to answer the call?
Why are they having trouble showing up to AR-15 even though that's where we're supposed to be baptized? And they never show up except for 2 or 3 of their players.
You get all the people on your Instagram popping up.
I know who it was, Plum. Mamba made the SpongeBob meme of "we gotta work."
So
it's Austin. I feel like I remember you, Austin, kind of a little bit. Don't be offended.
So, what would you do?
What's up, Chaos?
What would you do if Scar showed up on that day and we had like Panda shirts and we're gonna play again for Panda? You'd be like, damn, y'all went and got Scar?
Dude, if Scar ends up getting on Panda for this day, best believe that'll actually make it fun.
Ouch. So y'all got something to prove. Oh, we're at the end of our chat on Facebook. I think my phone's died already.
It's trying to reconnect. Oh, because the battery is going. And we're back.
I'm kidding you, we won't join Panda. Was this a joke? Dude, that was almost our finish for this video. Can you imagine like everybody would be like, oh my god! Scar showing up.
Everyone on Facebook would be like, oh my god. Everyone on Instagram would be like,
let me make it clear. Scar will be here for Extinction.
As admins.
As admin.
So no one.
I have my Scar members that are going to be upstairs with their own rifles already approved to shoot for people that are complaining, to say, call your hit, you're going to get shot and you're going to get my attention, I'm going to pull you out of the game. You're going to be sat out. If you don't call your hit and you get shot, and you don't call that one, you're done.
Basically, guys, what Extinction is, it's going to be fight night rules, so it's no complaining, call your hits. If the other person's not calling their hits, shoot him until he raises a hand, pulls that dead rag out, or ends up calling his hit.
Right.
If you don't call your hit, admin shoots you, you still don't call it, you're getting sat out. You argue with the admin, you're getting sat out. Pretty much any rule breaking whatsoever means that you're going to get sat out. Right. And that does not mean that. And the reason why we have Scar and not the original enforcers doing this is because everyone keeps saying that the enforcers are biased, enforcers are this. It's like, well, now we're going to have Scar. Scar isn't biased because they already know that they're like the best team out here, so there's no point in them trying to be on either side.
We really want to see not the fact that the rivalry gets squashed, but we really want to see, like, okay, if Pandas really want to say that they're the best, then let them win. Let them win that day, and let their trigger fingers show who's really the best. Let their actions show. If Black Lions wants to prove once and for all, not saying that they're the ones who started all this, but if they want to, say that they are the kings, then let your experience, let your play style be able to beat, the Pandas. Not the overshooting, I'm not going to call my hit in this corner because nobody can see me. Nah, negative, man. If anything, Scar knows this field because we designed this field. We built this field for us. We built it for you guys. So we know all the tricks and all the crevices and everything that you can be trying to do. If you go into this building, we can tell you 10 times of what different types of angles that you're going to try to come out of. Chances are, you're only going to play one angle anyway. So long story short, that's why I have my team showing up. Not only that, but a lot of them actually volunteered for this event, so I didn't even have to make it mandatory. Man, Jarvis on Facebook. As soon as I went off the chat and I announced Extinction, Jarvis was the first one to hit me up. Was like, hey, I'm getting the camera set up for you guys so that way we can stream on multiple cameras. So we're still working on that. It's not approved yet all the way, but we still got to test it out, and we're gonna see if we can do it to where you can see different angles from even the blind spots that we can't see. And we're going to broadcast it live. Hopefully we can. If not, then you guys are going to have to just do the playback. Either way, we're going to try to do that.
Really big news, though, for anyone that has been up to date on our team or like on Facebook at all or anything. Ripper, he actually is going to be here on the 29th for Extinction. So pretty much our whole roster is gonna show up. So we're gonna have a full team. All we need to do is just wait for the other team. So, and it is a full out brawl. There's no subs. There's no anything. So it's team versus team. If you can't break through a wall in one corner, then it's like, hopefully your team helps you out. If not, then you're kind of stuck there. So it's gonna be pretty much all out brawl, like no holding back, no anything. Yeah.
So we already agreed, so that you guys can know on Facebook, but we already agreed on Instagram that Pandas was gonna pick one game and Black Lions was gonna pick one game. Psycho was gonna pick the middle game. Well, not the middle game, but one of his games. Yeah. So the game that I choose, I'm not gonna announce the other two games because those are still unconfirmed.
Wait,
the game that I'm gonna choose.
Wait, don't announce your game yet. You should announce it on Extinction. Ooh. But I'm gonna say that Black Lions. I actually don't remember what Black Lions actually chose. Well, we're choosing between Relic, Conquest Assault, and Hospital Brawl.
Comment below which ones do you guys want to see them put it through the wall.
I know we're trying to do those. Do what I do. Apparently, there's like a whole bunch of like smack talking going on in on my Instagram. Well, not smack talking, but like like apparently someone's daring someone else to do something.
Oh, I don't know. Either way, guys, I actually wanted to talk to Luca and you guys about making my game the first one. So that way I can get you guys tired, and then we can find out who really is the best at your weakest. Domination boxing. Actually, I think Pandas actually chose that one.
No comment. Oh.
I remember someone said that. Pandas actually picked Bomb Simulator. They're gonna be like, we want the bomb next to our spawn.
Bet. I'll tap the barrel too.
Oof. I think you should pick Cycle's game first, and I'm gonna wear you guys down on both sides, and we're gonna see who's really the best. When you're tired, when you're beaten down, when you've already been shot up to, from head to toe, and you're frustrated, and then we go play your games, and then we see who's best.
I'd be down for that. Black Lions, you already heard it. I know y'all did. I know y'all saw it. Plum, put in the chat, or Ripper, or one of y'all, or Mamba.
Because anybody can.
Sorry.
Anybody can beat anybody in your prime. Let me see you when you're tired and you're already at the end of your day. Sauce. Is this best out of 3? Yes, it is.
Yes. Best 2 out of 3. Team versus team. We have 3 games, of course, like we said.
So since you guys are the challengers, I think you should. In the first 2, maybe the 3rd round not needed. Yeah, I guess you're right. So,
which is why I prefer to do Psycho's game first. It would, because obviously Psycho's make like intense games happen, so it makes sense to have his games go first, and then after that, it's pretty much actually, you know what you should do? You should have a poll on Facebook. I'll do one on Instagram. You could do one on Instagram and everything. I want you guys to show whose game should be picked first, Black Lions or Panda. I will let Psycho know by the end of the weekend what game that Black Lions decides to do. That was a perfect way to end the Facebook.
It died? It died.
Yeah, phone dead.
So then the house game will be last. Done.
Alright.
Is everybody off?
No, we're still live. We're about to close it out. She's like, hurry up. She gave me the evil eye. Alright, I'm gonna get vocal.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in on AR15's Instagram, and then coming over to mine. If you guys want to see part 1 on this, you need to go to Airsoft Revolution 15's part 1, and then check us out there.
give us a like, give us a follow, all that good stuff. I don't know how it works on Instagram, but there you go. For those of you guys that are watching on YouTube, you guys are still tuned in. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm sorry for not doing shout outs. I'm sorry for not doing all that stuff. But yeah, thank you for sticking around.
This is the end of the live. And you guys already know, what do we always do at AR-15?
From our family of yours, guys, this is Ninja. My name is Psycho.
Live the game!
Live the game.